Hello dear students, welcome back to the maths class as we are discussing equivalent fractions in our previous lecture. So I am continuing with the equivalent fractions. I know that you have some doubts related to it. So let us discuss more about equivalent fraction. How we read it? Equivalent fraction. Those fractions which are equal are known as equivalent fractions. Okay. So equivalent fractions have are fractions that have different numerator and denominator but their values are same. Means if I am drawing a rectangle here, right, which is showing this fraction shows that out of 4, 2 are shaded. 2 boxes, 2 blocks are shaded. This is showing that out of 4 parts, 2 blocks are shaded. And I have other fraction that is 3 upon 6. Which means if I draw a picture for this fraction, I am drawing a rectangle. This fraction shows that out of 6, 3 are shaded. 3 boxes are shaded. See, both the fraction, that is 2 upon 4 and other fraction is 3 upon 6. Both the fractions have different numerator. Here numerator is 2, here numerator is 3. Here denominator is 4. In this fraction denominator is 6. But both are showing the same fraction. Both are showing the same value. That what it is showing, that out of this one part is shaded, the half part is shaded and half is unshaded. Here also the half part, half of the rectangle is shaded and half is blank. This fraction is also showing half is shaded, half is blank. This fraction is also showing half is shaded, half part of the rectangle is shaded and half part of the rectangle is blank. Means both are representing the same value. That is why this 2 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 6. Why? Because both are showing that half is shaded out of 2 parts. One part is shaded. It is also showing that out of these 2 parts, one part is shaded. Means when we solve these 2 or when we simplify to its lowest form, our answer is 1 by 2. Here also our answer is 1 by 2. Means both the fractions are representing the same value. Either their numerators are different, denominators are different. But overall what they are doing, they are showing the same value. This picture is also showing 1 by 2. This picture is also showing 1 by 2. Okay. Means they are equal. So 2 upon 4 is equivalent to 3 upon 6. So I hope now you understand what is equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions are the fractions that have different denominator and numerator but their values are equal. Their values are same or equal. Hence we conclude that 2 upon 4 and 3 upon 6 are equivalent fractions. Okay. Now next point is how to make, if any fraction is given and how to make equivalent fraction. So to make any fractions equivalent, there are some rules. The first rule is that you can multiply or divide by a number in numerator or denominator to make a fraction equivalent. What you can do? You can use 2 operations. You can use either multiplication or you can use divide. Only 2 operations, that is multiplication or divide operation you can use for making your fractions equivalent. Be remember, you can use multiplication or division to make fractions equivalent, but you cannot use addition or subtraction. You cannot use addition or subtraction to make fractions equivalent. Only two operations. We have four mathematical operations, right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Out of these four, we can use only two, that is multiplication and division, to make equivalent fraction. We cannot use addition and subtraction to make any fraction equivalent. This is the most important point to be remembered while making fractions equivalent. Okay, we can use only two operations. One operation is multiplication and other one is division. So now I am moving towards question number 3 of the exercise 6.1, which is on page number 84. So open page number 84, question number 3. Question number 3 is fill in the boxes with suitable numbers to get equivalent fraction. You need to fill in the boxes, okay, to make equivalent fraction. Part A, 2 upon 5 is equals to blank upon 10. Okay, you want to know the value of this blank box. What number will come here? So, as I told you that you can use only two operations to make fraction equivalent, that is multiplication or division. So, and one more thing, if you are multiplying in numerator, if you are multiplying anything in numerator, the same number you will multiply in denominator. The same number by the same number you will multiply in denominator. This is the correct way. But if you do this, मैम ने कहा है कि multiplication और division use कर सकते हैं, तो numerator में multiplication use कर लिया, denominator में division use कर लिया. So no, it is a wrong way. We cannot do such thing. If you are multiplying in numerator, if you are multiplying in numerator by 1, then in denominator you need to multiply by 1. Okay, if you are multiplying in numerator by 14, so in denominator you will multiply by 14. Okay, by the same number you will multiply with numerator and denominator by the same number, and you will use the same operation in both numerator and denominator. Okay, this is the most important point to be remembered. If you are using division operation, if you are dividing 2 by 1, then you need to divide this 5 by 1. Okay, means same operation you will perform and the same number you will choose. So now these are the equivalent fractions. Okay, because the equal to sign is there, means both the fractions are equal. Now in rough work you can do, your first fraction is 2 upon 5 and other fraction is 10. You don't know which number will come here. Okay, so leave it. Now your fraction is 2 upon 5, so write 2 upon 5. Now by what number you will multiply 5 so that you will get 10? By what number you will multiply with 5 so that you can get 10? So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. If you multiply 5 by 2, your answer will be 10, right? If you multiply 5 by 2, your answer will be 10. And as I told you, if you are applying multiplication operation in denominator, so you need to multiply multiplication in numerator also. Now you are multiplying by 2 in denominator, so you need to multiply 2 in numerator also. Okay, now solve. 2 2s are 4, 5 2s are 10 and 2 2s are 4. So which number will come here? We got now which number will come? 4 will come here. So 2 upon 5 is equivalent to 4 upon 10. Now next 8 upon blank. You need to find the number, which number will come in the blank box. So your given fraction is 2 upon 5. In rough work we will make equivalent. Given fraction is 2 upon 5, right? And here this fraction is 8 upon blank. You don't know what will come here. So let us solve it. 2 upon 5 is given fraction. Now by what number you will multiply 2 so that you can get 8? Which number you will multiply with 2 so that your number will be 8? 2 into 4. 2 4s are 8. If you are multiplying, if you are using multiplication operation, then in denominator also you need to use multiplication. You are multiplying by 4 in numerator, so in denominator you need to multiply by 4. So 5 4s are 20. So 8 upon 20 will be your result. So which number will come here? 20 will come here. Now is equals to blank upon 15. So in rough work we will solve. Your fraction is 2 upon 5, write 2 upon 5. And you want to make it blank upon 15, you don't know which number will come here. Write again 2 upon 15. Now by what number you will multiply or divide so that you can get 15? What number you will multiply with 5 so that you can get 15? 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. So if you multiply 5 by 3, your answer is 15, right? Because you are multiplying, you are using multiplication operation in denominator, so in numerator also you need to apply multiplication operation. You are multiplying by the digit 3, so here also in numerator you need to multiply by 3. So 2 3s are 6 and 5 3s are 15, already it is given, 15 is already given. Our result is 6, so write 6 in the blank box. So what will come here? 6 will come here. I hope you understand this, how to do it, how to make the fractions equivalent. To make any fraction equivalent, you can apply only two operations, that is multiplication and division. Now B. In question number B, 1 upon 3 is equals to 3 upon blank is equals to 4 upon blank is equals to blank box upon 15. It is given, right? Now in rough work, we will make our fractions equivalent, okay? Let us take this one. First, your given fraction is 1 upon 3, okay? And you want to find the value of this. What will come here? At the place of question mark, what will come here? Okay? Your given fraction is 1 by 3. Now what you will multiply or divide with this 1 so that you can get 3 here as a result. So if I multiply 1 with 3, 1 into 3 will give me 3. 1 into 3 is equals to 3. Right? Means if I multiply 3 with numerator, so I need to multiply 3 in denominator. So multiply 3 in denominator also. 3 into 3 gives 9. So here what will come? 9 will come here. Now next is 1 upon 3 is equals to 4 upon blank. Now what I will multiply with 1 to get 4? If I multiply with 4, I will get 4. 1 into 4 is equals to 4. If I am multiplying 4 in numerator, so I need to multiply in denominator with 4 also. The same operation, the same number. 3 into 4 give me 12. So what will come here? 12 will come here. Now the next, your given fraction is 1 upon 3 and you want to make it equivalent to blank upon 50. So here no number is there, so we cannot find for this. So let us start with denominator. What you will multiply with 3 to get 50? What you will multiply with 3 to get 50? If you multiply 5, 3 into 5 is equals to 15. If you are using multiplication operation, so in numerator part also you will use multiplication operation. The same digit you will multiply in the numerator also. So 1 into 5 is 5. What will come here? 5 will come here. So this is how we find equivalent fractions. We remember the rules which I explained you. Okay, now I hope you understand how to find the equivalent fractions. So try question number C and D by yourself. Okay? Try to solve question number C and D by yourself. Now turn of question number 4, which is find 5 equivalent fractions of the following. Find 5 equivalent fractions. Find 5 equivalent. Equivalent means equal fractions. Equivalent fractions. First one is, one fraction is given, that is 3 upon 4. One fraction is given and they are asking to find 5 equivalent fractions. So let us find, first fraction is 3 upon 4, right? One fraction is already given. You want to find its equal fraction. So you can multiply 3 with 3. Just give me 2 minutes. Multiplying this 3 with 2. My fraction is 3 upon 4. If I am multiplying, I am using multiplication operation. So in denominator also I need to use multiplication operation. If I am multiplying by 2 in numerator, I need to multiply 2 in denominator. Okay? Which is equals to 3 upon 4 is our given fraction. So I am writing 3 upon 4. Now I am multiplying with 3. If I am multiplying with 3 in numerator, I need to multiply 3 in denominator. The next equivalent fraction is 3 upon 4. Now I am multiplying by 4. So if I am multiplying in numerator with 4, in denominator also I need to multiply with 4. The next fraction I am multiplying by 5. And the next fraction I am multiplying by 6. You can choose any number. You can multiply by 11. You can multiply by 121. Any number you can choose. So now 3 upon 4 is equals to. Now solve it. 3 into 2. 3 into 2 is 3 2s are 6 upon 4 into 2 8 is equals to. Now solve this. 3 into 3. Means 9 upon 4 into 3 is 12 is equals to 3 into 4 is 12 upon 4 into 4 is 16 is equals to 3 into 5 is 15 is equals to upon 4 into 5. 4 into 5 gives 20 is equal to, so write is equal to 3 into 6. 3 6 are 18 upon 3 into 6, 4 into 6, 24. So 6 upon 8, 9 upon 12, 12 upon 16, 15 upon 20, 18 upon 24, are the 5 equivalent fractions of 3 upon 4. Okay, you can make infinite equivalent fractions by multiplying with any number. Okay, but in your question only 5, they asked for only 5 equivalent fractions. So this is how we find. Now question number B. Question number B is given 1 upon 4. Given fraction is 1 upon 4. Right. You want to write 5 equivalent fractions. So what I am going to do? I wrote 1 upon 4. The given fraction. Okay. And I am multiplying this fraction with 2. If I am multiplying numerator with 2, denominator also with 2. Now, next fraction 1 upon 4. This given fraction, so I am writing. Now I can multiply this by 3. So if I am multiplying numerator with 3, denominator I am multiplying with 3. The next fraction I am multiplying with 4. The next fraction 1 upon 4 multiplied by 5. Then I am multiplying with 6. So it will be my 5 equivalent fractions. 1 upon 4 will be equals to 1 into 2 is 2 upon 4 into 2, 4 2s are 8. 1 into 3 is 3 upon 4 into 3 is 12 is equals to 1 into 4 is 4 and 4 into 4 is 16 is equals to 1 into 5 gives 5 upon 4 into 5 gives 20 is equals to 1 into 6 gives 6 upon 4 into 6 gives 24. So 2 upon 8, 3 upon 12, 4 upon 16, 5 upon 20, 6 upon 24 are the 5 equivalent fractions of 1 upon 4. Now let us take the part C of question number 4. The given fraction is 4 upon 5. It is the given fraction. You want to write 5 equivalent fraction. 4 upon 5. 4 upon 5. You can multiply by any number in numerator and denominator. Okay. So I am taking 2. In next equivalent fraction, I am taking 3. For next equivalent fraction, I am taking 4, and for the next equivalent fraction I am taking 5, and for the next I am taking 6. You can take any number 11, 12, whatever you want. Okay. Now 4 upon 5 is equals to, solve this. 4 into 2 gives you 8 upon 10. 4 into 3 gives 12 upon 5 into 3 is 15. 4 into 4 16 upon 5 into 4 20 is equals 4 into 5 20 upon 5 into 5 25. 4 into 6 is 24 upon 5 into 6 is 30. So 8 upon 10, 12 upon 15, 16 upon 20, 20 upon 25 and 24 upon 30. All these are 5 equivalent fraction of 4 upon 5. So the remaining questions are for your practice purpose. Okay. I explained you how to find the equivalent fractions. Now the remaining are your practice purpose. Now last question of this exercise, which is question number 5. Last question of the exercise, question number 5. Simplify the following fraction. fractions to the lowest term. Question number A, 9 upon 15. Simplify the following fractions to lowest term. Now, what is the meaning of lowest term? So, a fraction is said to be in its lowest term. A fraction is said to be in its lowest term if the numerator and denominator have only one common factor. Have only one as the common factor, okay? So here 9 upon 15. 9 upon 15, both the number have a common factor, that is 3. Both the number have a common factor is 3. So we can divide, as both the numbers are, 9 is an odd number and 15 is also an odd number. Okay. So we can divide both 9 and 3 by a common factor, which is 3. We can divide both 9 and 15 by the number 3. What basically we are doing? We are writing the given fraction in its lowest form. We are writing this given fraction in its lowest form. We are reducing this fraction in its lowest form. It is our task. Okay. Now, when we can say that yes, the given fraction is now in its lowest form, when we conclude that if there is only one, they have only one as common factor. Till then we will continue dividing. Okay. So here both are odd numbers and both are divisible by 3. So I am dividing both the numbers by 3. Now if I divide 9 by 3, if I divide 9 by 3 and 15 by 3, what will be my answer? If I divide 9 by 3, my answer will be 3. If I divide 15 by 3, my answer is 5. So now I have new number, that is 3 upon 5. Now I have new number, that is 3 upon 5. My new result is 3 upon 5. Now both these numbers 3 and 5 are prime numbers, means they have only one as the common factor. So I will stop my dividing process here. Okay, so 3 upon 5 is lowest form of 9 upon 15. So lowest term for 9 upon 15 is 3 upon 5. So lowest term for 9 upon 15 is 3 upon 5. Now question number B. Given number is 8 upon 24. It is given, right? What is your task? You want to simplify it to lowest term. Simplify it to lowest term. Right? Now both the numbers 8 and 24 both are even numbers. Both are even numbers. So you can divide both the numbers by number 2. So let us divide it. In rough work you can divide it. If you divide 8 by number 2, your result will be 4. If you divide 24 by number 2, your result will be, if I divide 8 by number 2, my result will be 4. And if I divide number 24 by 2, my result will be 12. So my new number is 4 upon 12. Now this 4 upon 12 has 2 as a common factor because both are divisible by 2. Both are divisible by 2. We remember one more thing. If you are dividing numerator by 2, so it is required to divide the denominator by 2. Okay? Means both the numerator and denominator must be divisible by a same number, then only you can divide. Okay? So our new number formed is 4 upon 12. Now both divide this 4 by 2, my result will be 2. Here we will write only the result. We will write the only quotient parts. Okay. If I divide this 12 by 2, my result is 6. So now my new number is 2 upon 6. Okay. Now this 2 and 6 both are even numbers and divisible by 2. So I am going to divide it. So if I divide 2 by 2, my answer will be 1. And if I divide 6 by 2, my answer is 6. My new number is 1 upon 3. My new number is 1 upon 3. Now the number 1 and 3 both have 1 as common factor. So I will stop my division process here, and this 1 upon 3 is the lowest form of 8 upon 24. So lowest term for 8 upon 24 is 1 upon 3. Let us do one more, that is part C. Part C, 10 upon 60. Your given fraction is 10 upon 60. You want to reduce this fraction to its lowest form. So write 10 upon 60 equals to. Now 10 upon 60, both are 10 and 60 both are even numbers, right? Both are even numbers. So you can divide it by 2. You can directly divide both the numbers by 10 also, because 10 comes in the table of 10 and 60 comes in the table of 10. Or you can divide by 2. Why? Because both are even numbers. If I divide 10 by 2, my answer is 5. If I divide 60 by 2, my answer is 3030. So now my new number is 5 upon 30. My new number is 5 upon 30. Okay. Now look at this number. 1 is odd number, 1 is even number. So you cannot divide it by 2. You also cannot divide it by 3. You also cannot divide it by 4. So can we divide both the numbers by 5? If yes, both the numbers are divisible, then only we will divide. So yes, 5 is divisible by 5 and 3030 is divisible by 5. So if I divide this 5 by 5, my answer will be 1. And if I divide 30 by 5, my answer is 6. So 1 upon 6 is my final answer. As 1 and 6 both have only 1 as common factor. So I will stop my division process here. So lowest term of 10 upon 60 is 1 upon 6. Now one more question I am going to do for you, and the remaining you will solve. Okay. So I am doing G. I am solving question number G for you, and the remaining total 8 questions are given. Total 8 parts are given. I am solving 4 and 4 you will solve. Okay. G. The given fraction is 27 upon 81. The given fraction is 27 upon 81. We want to reduce this fraction to its lowest term. So write 27 upon 81. Right? Both the numbers are odd numbers. 27 is an odd number, 81 is an odd number. So we cannot divide both the numbers by 2. So we cannot choose 2 to divide it. Now both the numbers are divisible by number 3. Okay. Both the numbers are also divisible by number 9. So you can, it's your choice. You can directly divide both the numbers by number 9, or you can divide both the numbers by 3, as they are divisible by 3. So I am dividing both the numbers by 3. So if I divide 27 by 3, my result is 9. So I am writing 9 here. And if I divide 81 by 3, my result is 27. Okay. So my new number is 9 upon 27. So I am writing here 9 upon 27. Now both the numbers are divisible by 3. Both the numbers are odd numbers and divisible by 3. Or both the numbers are divisible by 9. So now it's your choice by which number you are dividing, by 3 or by 9. I am dividing both the numbers by 3. So if I divide the 9 by 3, my result is 3. If I divide 27 by 3, my result is 9. Now my new fraction is 3 upon 9. 3 is an odd number, 9 is an odd number. Both are odd number, both are divisible by number 3. So I am dividing both the numbers by 3. If I divide 3 by 3, my result is 1 upon. If I divide 9 by 3, my result is 3. Now 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 is the reduced form or lowest term. So lowest term of 27 upon 81 is 1 upon 3. The remaining 4 questions try to solve by your own. Today exercise 6.1 is over. Complete your classwork copy and keep practicing. Otherwise you will forget all the concepts. Okay. So bye students. Complete your all the